Here's the AP video review number 3. It's on soil. I'm just going to talk about the A layer and the O layer. The O layer is the organic layer. It contains the leaf litter and all the nice carbon that decomposes. And then your A layer contains the abiotic and biotic factors. Abiotic is the rocks and minerals that are non-living. Biotic factors are the living bugs and worms and beetles and things that are living in the A layer, which is right below the O layer. Remember, there's humus, which is made up of sand, silt, and clay, or loam. Humus is partially decayed organic matter, where loam is a silt, sand, and clay. Clay is the smallest particle size, and sand is the largest particle size. So remember, we did a filtration test, and in our eco column, we put sand in there so it would go filter relief. The water would filter through into the aquatic chamber and take out some of the dirt that got through on the water. But with the biomes, you have different types of topsoil. The temperate deciduous forest has the leaf litter. It has the good nutrients from the leaves that fall down. As you can see, my oak trees in the back has a lot of leaf litter that gets on the ground and prevents soil erosion and adds that carbon back to the soil. The temperate deciduous forest. The tundra has permafrost. It's not good to mine in the tundra because it is very cold and it doesn't regenerate fast. Remember, cold temperatures, it slows degeneration. And in warmer temperatures, that soil will regenerate very fast. So warm temperatures are good. Grasslands are rich in soil. They have a layer, a large A layer, which is that topsoil layer, and the roots extend way down into the ground. The tropical rainforest is very acidic. It has lots of water. The nutrients are leached into the ground, and it's not good to burn the tropical rainforest down to plants because you have to move because it's very poor soil. I think that goes over all the biomes. Soil test. On our eco columns, we have soil moisture that we can test. That's a physical test. And we have fertility, which we can test. It's a physical. Temperatures are physical. The size, soil particle size, is a physical test. The color is a physical test, and the soil horizon, where you can see the O layer, the A layer, and the B layer, and the C layer, you can see that's all a physical test. The chemical test are your, not fertility, but your pH, which you can test with the physical or with this rapid test, or you can actually use a chemical to test for the acidity, the pH. And then you have the nitrate, phosphate, and potassium test, which is a chemical test we did earlier in the year. It's because you're adding chemicals. So that's the difference between physical and chemical test. Your soil problems, monocultures. Remember, that's one crop. That's large pesticides, fertilizers. If you get one pest, it can attack your whole entire monoculture. You can have increased soil erosion, and you also have soil salinization when you're watering from the ground. It brings that natural salt into the soil. Soil conservation strategies, you have no-till, where you just cut your crops down and let it decompose naturally. You have windbreaks. We have lots of trees. As you can see, it'll cut that wind down, and after you till, the soil will stay there. And then you can contour plow, which you just contour the land, you plow, and that's the natural contour of the land. So those are some conservation strategies and soil problems you run into. And then you have the nitrogen cycle. Remember, we planted bean plants in our eco columns to add nitrogen back to the soil. That's nitrogen fixing bacteria on the roots. They're called legumes. And then you have a simulation where the nitrates are fixed, where the plants can use the nitrates. And then you have ammonification, which is the animal waste and dead matter of plants, which get back into the soil. And then you have your bacteria that break that down into nitrites, into nitrates, and then you have, which is nitrification, and then you have denitrification, which goes back into the atmosphere as nitrogen gas. So that's a quick review on soil. It's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but it goes over biomes, it goes over soil properties, soil test, and then ways to conserve soil and help solve our soil problems. So remember, we tested for soil salinization. We added salt to our soil. You can remediate that by adding lots of water or planting salt-tolerant crops. Hope you enjoyed the video.